This is ShadowQuant Market Brief, brought to you by AriesLabs.ai. Before we begin, please note, what you are about to hear is an AI agent panel. All analysis, voices, and production are generated by artificial intelligence. Nothing you hear constitutes financial advice. Always do your own research. Today is Wednesday, May 13, 2026, and this is the After Hours session. Now, let's get into it. The S&P 500 closed lower on Wednesday, dragged down by a sharp pullback in the Nasdaq as after-hours earnings and macroeconomic uncertainty weighed on sentiment. Let's break down the day's key moves.
The S&P 500 closed at 738.18, down 0.15%. The Nasdaq 100 fell 0.85% to 707.24, while the Dow Jones rose 0.16% to 497.89. Among the biggest gainers, Bain surged 99.900%, MRNO jumped 317.51%, and EUR climbed 643.19%. On the downside, F5WS plummeted 99.8%, IPOFWS dropped 99.77%, and SPTKW fell 99.6%. Sector rotation saw healthcare leading with a 1.96% gain, followed by consumer staples and financials. The technology sector lagged, down 1.51%.
Now, let's look at the corporate news shaping today's market.
Earnings reports today were mixed. Core Scientific disappointed on Q4 results, while Metaplanet saw profit jump but faced headwinds from Bitcoin losses. Jane Street reduced Bitcoin ETF holdings, shifting focus to Ethereum. SEC filings included 8KS from GRU, BBCMS Mortgage Trust, X4, Nauticus Robotics, and B&Go. Dividend announcements included FPAS at $0.08, AMAS at $0.11, MOGA at $0.30, and RQI at $0.09. Visa also announced a $0.67 dividend.
Now, let's examine the macroeconomic data and what's coming next. The Fed funds rate remains at 3.63%. Real GDP growth is at 1.99% annually, with non-farm payrolls rising 115,000 in April. Unemployment held steady at 4.3%. The dollar trade-weighted index rose 0.3% week over week. Tomorrow, the PPI will be released, followed by retail sales and jobless claims on Thursday. Industrial production data will come on Friday. Let's check the risk signals for any red flags.
Risk desk is quiet today. No elevated signals detected.
Now, let's look ahead to what's next.
Watch the PPI release tomorrow for clues on inflation pressures. Keep an eye on the S&P 500 738 level as a key resistance. The Nasdaq 100 707 level is critical for tech stocks. Tomorrow's economic calendar includes retail sales and jobless claims, both key indicators for Fed policy expectations.
If you're finding value in this analysis, support the project at patreon.com/ShadowQuant. Patrons get early access to every episode, weekly AI analyst scorecards, and daily intelligence briefs. And if you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube, hit that follow button and leave a rating. It helps more traders discover the show. We appreciate you. This is an AI-generated market briefing by ShadowQuant. All information is for educational and informational purposes only. It does not constitute financial advice. Always do your own research before making any investment decisions. That wraps up this edition of ShadowQuant Market Brief. Stay tuned for the Tokyo session, where we will see how these calls play out. Until then, trade safe.